Looks like it's on. It's a dead bank. Hi, welcome back to the channel. Jim here with Bank Time Pool. Today I'm going to start a series on banks. And you've heard the term many, many times by amateur players, by the better players, the advanced players. You know, that's a dead bank. That bank is on. What does that mean? Okay, so today I'm going to give you one of my keys to banks, which is using the diamonds. Okay, so as you can see with my one ball, from my target pocket, my one ball is at diamond number 1. From the target pocket, my 2 ball is at diamond number 2. And from the target pocket, my 3 ball is at diamond number 3. Now, why is that important? I'm going to call this my target pocket. That 8 ball needs to go into this pocket. This is the opposite rail. So, using the diamonds, your target pocket side needs to be twice as many diamonds as your opposite rail from that opposite pocket. Sound confusing? Okay. So when I said that's a dead bank, okay, again, twice as many on your target side as your opposite side. So this is a 2-to-1 bank. As you can see, the second diamond to the first diamond, away from the opposite pocket, diamond 1, 2, 3, diamond 1, 2, 3. So 2-to-1. That's what I want to talk about today. The 2-to-1 bank. Okay? And that's what I just did. As you can see, everything's lined up. That's why we call it a dead bank, or that bank is on. All right? Let me make sure I'm adjusted properly here. Okay, we're good. Okay, so I can kind of get rid of these. I want to talk a little bit about what I'm talking about. And this is going to be a series, okay? And we'll get into a lot more. I'm going to simplify it. This is the 2-to-1 bank. Okay. This is 3. What is half of 3? 1.5. 3 to 1.5. And then we have our 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Our pocket is 4 to 2. So again, I'm going to explain this. I'm going to add one more to this. 1, half of 1 is a half. So there's the banks we're going to cover. That's the angles that we need to use. Okay? 1 to a half, 2 to 1, 3, 1.5, 4 to 2. Okay? Now we can actually get longer with that if you start at the corner pocket and you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is half of 6? 3. So that would be your 6 to 3 angle. But we're going to get to that at another time. So what I want to do is I'm going to set up a 2-to-1 bank, since that's what we're going to concentrate on today. And again, I'm just going to put this cue ball a little off center, or excuse me, the one ball, my object ball. Now it doesn't matter where the cue ball is, it's still where you're going to hit that object ball into the opposite corner. So what I do is I visualize. Now I sometimes even use my stick, a 2-to-1. Okay, I'm going to move this just for effect. Okay, so there's my 2-to-1 bank. So what you're going to want to do is make a parallel to that cue stick. So you're going to make a parallel on that one ball. See, the 2 sticks are parallel. So that's where you would want to contact the one ball at this angle right here to make it into here. Okay, so where that is positioned, this is your 2-to-1 angle. All I'm doing is extending the angle out. That's where I would want to hit the one ball to make it into this pocket. Okay, now sometimes you're in the middle. Okay, we have a 2-to-1. we have a 3, 1.5. You're going to have to decide, and this is where it comes in. And again, I want to talk about, we're not talking about putting English on the ball, low, high, left, right. That's going to have an effect on the ball off the rail. The speed is going to have an effect on the ball off the rail. The weather, I'm here in Florida. If it gets humid, does that slow your table down? Does that affect the rails? So when you go to a pool hall or you're shooting against someone, a bar league or something, throw a bank out there. You may have to add a 1/2 inch. You may have to subtract a 1/2 inch. Know your table, okay? But what you would do right here, okay, we're kind of in between. So I could run a parallel here, but that seems further away. So you want to get the closest. Okay, so if I run a parallel here to my 3, 1.5, which 3 is twice as much as 1.5. Again, your target pocket is twice as many diamonds as the opposite pocket. So 3, 1.5, make a parallel. That's where you would want to contact that one ball on that rail to make it into that pocket. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do in future videos, obviously, we're going to get a little more advanced. You know, some of these tight 1 to 1/2. We're going to go 3 to 1.5. We're even going to get into some reverse banks, how we're going to do that. So this is just the beginning, okay? The 2, 1.5, which is the most simple bank, gives you room, gives you some air. You can see it, you don't have to be so precise. When we get into 1 and then 1/2, we need to be very precise because our angle coming into this pocket, okay, we're gonna have to use a little more speed. It's gonna be cut down a little bit, okay? So the speed's gonna have an effect on it. Now, what I want you to do today, and I want you to leave this in the comments, I want you to take, and I want you just to lay the ball down. Again, don't worry where the cue ball is. Don't make it difficult. I don't want any reverse banks right yet. I want you, okay, just to start visualizing the 2 to 1 bank. So I don't need a second stick. 2 to 1, if I go parallel, I can just go here. That's where I would make contact on the rail with that one ball. Okay, go ahead and do that. I want you to mix it up a little bit. Okay, 2 to 1, parallel, I would have to come here. So I want you to take 10 shots today, and in your comments, I want you to leave me a number. How many did you make out of 10? Did you make 7 out of 10, which would be a 70% bank percentage, which, you know, for some people, they will take that. Banks are difficult. Like I said, there's a lot of variables, okay? Now we will be getting into long rails as well, okay? Same concept. If this is my target pocket, okay, we start 1, 2, 3, 4. So this needs to be twice as many as our opposite rail. So again, we can run a 2 to 1 bank. Okay, if we had this, 2 to 1, I'm gonna line it up, parallel it, that's where I hit it for a bank here. But again, future videos, it's gonna be a many-part series. If you wanna see anything, you want me to cover anything again, please leave it in the comments. But hopefully we have a little bit of success with this, and it helps you out. Again, the 2 to 1. Again, no English, and stroke it. Okay? Again, we'll be getting into throwing some English on it for position and things like that. But again, this is the basics. Let's get used to just visualizing the 2 to 1. Again, in the comments, leave how many out of 10 today. You can try different pockets. And know your rails, know your table. Other than that, I just wanted to thank all my new subscribers. We're building slowly. Tell your friends. I'm trying to put out content that'll be relevant to the beginner, the intermediate, and even the advanced player. It might, you know, get something going in your head like, oh yeah. So Leave comments, give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and subscribe if you have not. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.